All right, I've recruited Grandma. What do you got to say, Grandma? Send a message.
Hello, Kate and Chris and Sati.
And Mike.
And Mike. Just want to say hi to you guys. Love you guys. Hope all is going well.
You lost for words, huh?
We're doing okay.
Everything's fine. Everything's
taking each day as it comes.
everything's spectacular over here. What did you do? We painted the house. Well, they did.
All that?
Mom and Dad painted the house on their own. It was actually pretty cool. It actually came out really nice.
Yeah, saved what, $14,000?
14,000. Yeah, that's pretty crazy, right? Yeah, it was great. Great project. It was nice. It came out really good. And
That's
what else?
it.
Traveled around a little bit. Saw the fam. I went to Tobago, as you know. What else? Come on, you had an exciting life. Look back on all your stuff.
Yeah, we're doing good.
Yeah, we're doing
Miss you guys.
Miss you guys so much. Love you long time. I always love you. Hugs and kisses. What else?
God bless you guys.
God bless you guys always. We think about you. We see you every week. We love you. You're growing up so great and so fantastic. What else? We know that you can't see us, but we can see you. You like to know, you want to know, you want to know. There's like 10,000 ways to do that because your uncle is relentless. That's how you got to be, right? So tell us about Chotu family. Tell them a quick story about your grandfather. Their great grandfather, great grandmother. Come on.
Your great grandfather and
Quick story for us.
Great grandmother, they were very family oriented, had 9 children, worked hard to provide for everybody.
No, your mother had 19 children.
Well, 18.
18, you just said 9.
But 9 of them died at birth and different.
Get the story right.
That's it.
Okay, all right. What else? They worked really hard. What did they do?
They worked very hard to support the family. Always.
You guys are always helping each other and
Parents
stuff.
was religious, so they were also caring and giving to the poor and etc. Make sure they work hard to provide for the children.
Okay. What was your mom's key advice that stuck with you?
Key advice?
Yeah, like the advice that just stuck with you throughout.
Well, she said to be a good person.
What was a good person like? What's that?
Treat everybody with respect, love them.
Okay.
And
what else?
that's it.
Any other words of wisdom from your mom and your dad that stuck with you, or what you learned from them that was that you could carry out through the rest of your life?
Yeah,
What?
You take care of your family.
Take care of your family.
Whatever costs.
At whatever cost. Now what else?
I can't think of a lot.
Can't think of. You don't think about these things.
They lead by examples. That's what I have to say.
So how did they lead by example? Like one thing your mom did.
Taking care of her family, sacrifice,
Even when shit went sideways, right? She still took care of the family.
She sacrificed 3 years of not seeing her children.
Why?
Without her children.
Why was that?
Because of my father passed away.
Father was murdered. Now you got to get the story right. This is important stuff. Your father was murdered. Why?
Because people were jealous of his all his
accomplishments and all of his businesses and his land and how successful he was, and he didn't even know how to read or write.
No, he did. Yeah, he did.
Oh,
mother didn't know.
Mother didn't know how to.
Yeah, he knew how to read.
But there was no internet.
Hindi and
There was no internet.
He was good.
There was no Google. There was nothing like that to learn. He just had school of hard knocks.
Yeah.
So they murdered him.
She did.
They murdered your great grandfather, her father. Yes, this is important. Heritage stuff. It's very, very powerful. Don't water down shit. Okay? Then your mom, your great grandmother, she didn't get to see your grandmother for 3 years. Why?
5 of us.
Why was
we had to go in an orphanage.
For an orphanage home. You didn't see your mom at all?
Yeah, she came like once every week, every 2 weeks or something, on
But what was your mom doing?
Sunday. And
while you guys were in the orphanage home, what was your mom doing?
She was hiding.
Hiding doing what?
Taking care of business.
Business like what?
Like making sure that the murderers get caught and
she was fighting
a case again.
She was fighting a gang. Let's get the story right, okay? Her husband was murdered. Then the gang tried to kill her, your great-grandmother. And they actually killed somebody else, right?
Yeah.
Your sister. They killed her.
And my father's brother.
And the father's brother. And the son.
His son.
I didn't even know all of that.
Yeah.
Damn, they were killing everybody off. And guess who stood up? Guess who stood up and took those mofos down?
Well,
who did it?
My mother we all had to leave the area.
Who took those mofos out?
Well, we had police and detectives.
But who drove that whole thing?
The detective and my mother.
Yeah, the key word, her mother.
Her
mother stood up for that shit. She stood up. She stood up with gangs that were murdering people. She didn't even know how to read or write. Family was out. How old were you guys? Were you guys in an orphanage?
I was 11 then.
11 years old. Like your age, like a baby. A baby!
And Josephine was 8. Mary was...
Your other aunts were 8 and 9. Auntie Joey, Auntie Mary. Francis is your other uncle. Yeah. Other sister. Oh man, shoot, you guys are super young. There was all 9 of you guys?
Well, no, it was 5.
5 of you guys were in the orphanage home. I'm getting the story messed up. Man, okay.
3, 4, 5. Yeah.
So we did it. She did it. She took those mofos down. They got hung, right?
One of them. And,
the rest went to jail?
The rest of them, they just fought them on themselves.
And they killed themselves, right? So that's what it said. That's very powerful because in the Bible it says that if you do right, the evil will be turned against each other. And the evil will fight amongst each other and they will destroy each other. That's in Psalms. Psalms what, 41? 35?
37.
41 I think comes to mind.
No,
there's a bunch of them. 35?
37.
Yeah. So when you honor the Lord with all that you do and you do the right thing, even if it's freaking horrendous. Like your mom was doing the right thing by fighting these gangs. She wasn't sitting there idle. She was going out there and she was battling.
They gotta close it.
Yeah. She had the balls to actually go and do that. A lot of people don't even have the balls to do that. A lot of people don't even want to stand up for injustice or stand up against things like this, right?
It's very stressful.
It's stressful, but it needed to get done. And that's how things get handled. People who do evil things, it always comes back to them. So these people destroyed themselves, right? In the process. Mm-hmm. That's biblical. And that's so what's the takeaway? What's the lessons we need to learn? Even in the midst of all of that,
we learn about God more.
And what else? We persevered through, Mom.
Persevered through God because we
and your mom rebuilt
to church every day.
Every day
we went to church.
Wow.
You had to go to church every day.
Freaking crazy stuff.
Learn about the Bible and stuff.
So even in the midst of all of that chaos and turmoil,
the only thing that kept us going.
God already established the end date. He turned the enemies amongst themselves. Mm-hmm. Incredibly powerful testimony. Don't ever be ashamed of this powerful story,
I'm not
Mom.
ashamed.
Well, don't ever leave the key things out that people were murdered, people were killed. You don't get any worse than this. Okay, people can get abused, people can go through mental trauma, people can have all different types of quirks, but this is like the worst of the worst. Mm-hmm. It's a gang. It was a gang. It wasn't just one person, it was a gang of people. And to really just add another layer to this, it was a gang affiliated by in-laws. People that were married in, of association people that came across. Why not?
About my cousin.
And the cousin.
My father's nephew.
So it was actually the closest people